Hello everyone, welcome to Adam's Ministry again. What I'm going to go through now is the false prophet and the Antichrist. Now, it's a tricky subject this, because we don't want to point fingers at anyone. Well, a lot of people have done that already, and it's really not wise. But many Christians even, I believe, have the wrong idea entirely about who the Antichrist will be. Now, there are a lot of teachings that the Antichrist is going to be the Pope, there will be an apostate Pope, all of this. But no, there's a big problem with that, and I'm going to go through that now. In the first edition of my book, I proposed that the Pope, although he wouldn't befit the role of Antichrist, he may be the false prophet. You could say this has already happened, yeah, in history. It's often the case that the Antichrist of whatever era, he will force the Pope to meet his demands, to acquiesce with his demands. So in those cases, yes, the Pope as a false prophet, glorifying the Antichrist. Yeah, this has happened historically. So yeah, might have a false prophet Pope, but never in all history has the Pope been the Antichrist. Okay, the Antichrist. The four Antichrists I'm aware of, being Nero, Antiochus, Napoleon and Hitler. You could say that Ivan the Terrible also was an Antichrist, and many others many other Russian and especially Chinese rulers, yeah. But we don't really hear about. We only really hear about European Antichrists, which is worrying, because in the end, the Asiatic Antichrist is going to be the one to be most feared, okay? So, and like I said, we don't hear about them. Yeah. Only afterwards do we hear about these ruthless rulers and all the tragedy that they caused. But I'm going to go over this because we need to set things straight with this whole Pope being an Antichrist concoction, okay? Never in history. Despite what many have chosen to believe, the Pope will not be the Antichrist. In fact, the Antichrist will seek to destroy all of Italy and the Church, and communism will be enforced. He will most likely be a military commander, as with all Antichrists preceding him, Nero, Antiochus, Napoleon, Hitler. And he will be the leader of the seventh and final empire. He will invade Italy, persecute the clergy, engulf Rome in fire, and make it a desolation. Furthermore, the mark of the beast by which its bearers will be enslaved is a system implemented by government and not clergy. Okay, yeah? Meaning the Antichrist will be in government. Yeah, a ruthless ruler. It's always been the case. A military man, a commander. Nostradamus also says the third Antichrist will do worse than Nero, again hinting towards a governmental ruler and not a clergyman like the Pope. These concoctions are not historically accurate, and never in all history has a Pope fulfilled the role of the Antichrist. As with Napoleon and Ivan the Terrible, who, this is interesting, I found this out online. They were both curiously born with natal teeth. Okay. There is a quatrain, a Nostradamus quatrain, about the Antichrist being born with 2 teeth. So yeah, I wanted to get that in there. That's very interesting. I mean, this is very rare. And for Napoleon and Ivan the Terrible both to be born with teeth, I think is fascinating. Yeah. Yeah. The Roman pontiff is usually captured, exiled or beaten for not acquiescing with the Antichrist's demands. Okay. The very characteristics of the Antichrist will convert a multitude, because there won't be any room for debate regarding his true identity once he becomes more and more powerful. Okay. He will burn everything he sees, destroying Paris and invading Britain also, and all of Europe will be devastated by the one known as the Destroyer. Little boys will shine greatly in Britain's 2 greatest cities, and that's not Nostradamus telling you that. Water will be made red with blood, and the mass murder will be inhuman. Okay. Nostradamus also prophesies that the third Antichrist will be born in the year 2035. Now, I might edit that. Yeah, because of what Scripture says about dates. I have a date for what I believe will be the Big Bang of the Tribulation. Okay, if you've seen my other videos and read it in my book, you'll know what I'm talking about there. But we can't put dates on anything. Yeah. And there's some scripture about that also. I'll put it on the screen. So yeah, we're looking at the Antichrist using nuclear weapons. This is another of the famous Nostradamus quatrains. Again, this particular man is not the Pope or President Obama, okay, and probably never will be the Pope because of his age. But he may receive his full support and dupe the pontificate into openly denying Jesus as Christ. Yeah. This is eerily close It's becoming a reality, and it will see the end of the Catholic Church. Okay. The Antichrist global power, combined with the communist Russians and Muslim extremists, will be the biggest threat, whereas the communist Chinese will intervene at a much later stage. However, and this is new, I've added this, I've edited the book, because I think this is definitely more important, okay, than trying to find out who the false prophet and Antichrist are going to be. Because no one can definitively say who the false prophet or Antichrist will be, the big red dragon of China should be of more concern. It should always be of more concern. This is clearly the biggest threat to humanity as they endeavour to take over Hollywood and make all of man blaspheme God in the end with their communist propaganda. This is the agenda. It is already underway, and Chinese troops have now entered American soil, whilst these jackasses in Hollywood, okay, continue to dumb down the entire world. No one's buying my book because they can't be bothered to read. I've had to resort to behaving like a prat on YouTube to get some interest. This is where we're at, okay, as a society, and we have foolishly just sat back and let this happen, okay. I mean, the communist Chinese and Russians, they still think there's a war going on, they're still preparing for war, and we're just taking it easy. Foolish, foolish. It's going to be just like Pearl Harbor. Well, it will. Look, we've got Chinese troops in America now. Yeah. Pearl Harbor continued. It's happened again, hasn't it? Anyway, here's what we know will happen, okay? There will be Russian Arab invasions, and although there is much confusion pertaining to the interpretation of many prophecies, all prophets and scholars are unanimous on this. Communism will spew out of the mouth of the red dragon of China and make its way over to the West. That's happening right now. They're going for Hollywood. Yeah. It'll be gradual. They'll slowly integrate or infiltrate into American society. We'll have adverts and so on, Chinese adverts. I mean, we're probably getting them right now. Won't surprise me. More movies, I noticed. I did a search. There are more and more movies being shot in China now. And it's very subtle. This is what I'm talking about. They're going to take over Hollywood as a means of making all of man blaspheme God and follow their communist propaganda. This is the agenda. They've tried it in the past, okay? I mentioned this with my dad actually. He said, oh yeah, there were rumours of that. When was it, the 60s or 70s? During his time basically. MacArthur or someone. I don't know, I'm going to check it out, but apparently there there were rumours of this happening before. Communist takeover of Hollywood. So, yeah. And this is what we're talking about in the book of Revelation. The red dragon of China. Okay? Persecuting the woman with child. Persecuting the Christians. Yeah? And the frogs coming out of the mouths in Revelation as well. The false prophet. We're talking about propaganda here. Image of the beast, image of the beast. They're all over the place. Yeah? Image of the beast being television. Yeah, let's get them with TV. They're already worshipping them every day. That's how we'll infiltrate. We'll convert the minds of every man. Yeah? This, I mean, you can think what you like about my interpretation about the image of the beast, but this is a more plausible explanation for how Satan is going to deceive all of man. Yeah? He's not going to use some statue. Yeah, put a big statue, erect a big statue in a square somewhere and gather everybody to come and look at it and worship it. No. You can get much more by infiltrating their homes. Yeah? That's how he'll do it. Forget statues, we're beyond that, it's the 21st century. Don't need those anymore. We can deceive more with Hollywood and television. Yeah? These are the new tools of the devil, not statues or robots or whatever else people think it's going to be. Okay? All of these are inferior methods of deception to the one I have suggested, TV. There's nothing like it for deceiving the whole world and making them worship an image of the beast. So thank you very much. Yeah? I'm telling you, alright? It's not a suggestion. It's not a debate. I'm telling you, it's television. This is the image of the beast. This is how Satan will deceive all of man in the end. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He's already been doing it. Yeah? Oh, it might be compulsory to go to church when you're at school. Oh yeah, we're nice, obedient Christian children until we grow up and start watching the latest movies and letting the media and modern science infect our minds. Yeah? They don't even teach it at school now. You will learn, you will be taught every other religion except anything but, yeah, Christianity. Oh dear. This was the case when I was younger. Teachers who should know better, teaching us about many different religions, taking us to Hindu temples. Yeah? I can't believe it. You call yourself teachers. You call yourselves teachers And you... Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed. Okay? Should be enforced Christianity. And thou shalt teach them diligently. Yeah? Jackasses. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, I can't believe it. You know, I'm just thinking about it now. You know, I'm going over it in my mind. When we went to this Hindu temple when I was a kid. Oh my word. School teachers taking us to these temples. And just allowing us to believe whatever you know, whatever they were teaching at these temples and so on. It's a case of, oh, it's up to you what you believe in. Oh, you can believe in this if you want. Fools. How about believing in the truth? Yeah? The love of the truth and Christ. This is the only way. And they should know that. They should know better. We should be a Christian nation, but we're not anymore, are we? Anyway, the false prophet and the Antichrist. The Antichrist will not be the Pope. Never in all of history. Okay? Might be a false prophet, not the Antichrist. No. The Pope's not going to wage war. He's a clergyman, he's a man of the cloth. He's incapable of doing that. Yeah? Incompetent. Well, I wouldn't say incompetent exactly. You know, he might be doing a good job as a Pope, but certainly not fit for leading armies. I mean, come on. Oh dear, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Don't make me laugh. Anyway, just wanted to clarify a few things there. And yeah, if you want to know more about this, end time prophecies, there's nothing about a pope in the Bible. Where is everyone getting this from? Where is everyone getting this from? Okay. But yeah, if you want to know more, and the most likely outcomes, during the end times, then check out my book Jericho. Yeah, it is supported by historical evidence, as well as scientific evidence, and the teachings of Nostradamus, what he believes will happen, and most importantly, the Bible. And I haven't seen any of these things mentioned. Right? Or it is being interpreted poorly. And the new worldwide religion, let's call it a church, Scholars are saying there will be a new global religion. Oh my god. Already here. Hello? Already here. Hollywoodism. The new global religion. Yoo-hoo. Hello? Out now. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, get the book Jericho. Second edition is almost done, and I've edited a lot about the false prophet and Antichrist, and I focused more on the Red Dragon of China, the Red Dragon of Revelation 13, as I did the Revelation Decoded video. I realised this was the biggest threat to humanity and it needed much more attention, and I'm not going to speculate on the false prophet and the Antichrist.